Hey everyone, it's Pat from Seattle Coffee Gear, and I am here with a new machine from Miele. This is the CM7750 Espresso Select super automatic espresso machine. This is quite the machine. If you've seen it, then you probably already know that it is definitely in the upper pricing range of what Miele offers and just sort of super autos generally. And it's a pretty cool machine because, you know, whether or not it's reasonable or attainable for a lot of countertops, there are people who have been asking for a long time for a machine from a company like Miele that is going to operate at this really high-end range. There are a few other ones that are up there already, but this is Miele's entry, and it is quite the machine. It is a really cool device, and if you ever get the chance to use one, I recommend it. We're going to go through the features of the machine, and then we're going to make a drink with it before we close out the video. So, what makes this machine such a large and expensive machine? Well, for starters, it has 3 different bean hoppers. That's where the Espresso Select part of the name comes from. So you're actually going to be able to load in 3 different kinds of beans at once if you want, and you'll be able to customize the names of the hoppers so that you or guests or whoever can use the different bean hoppers and get the beans that they want. So the 3 different hoppers gives you a lot of flexibility for making sure that everybody has access to coffee that they like. This is a big feature because a lot of people talk about wanting to be able to switch between caffeinated and decaf coffee easily, and so it's one of the big reasons why this machine is as cool as it is. Another thing that this machine does is that, and is another complaint that we get about super automatic espresso machines from time to time, is this machine handles pretty much all of its own maintenance. You'll still need to take the drip tray out and rinse it and maybe run it through the dishwasher just to be safe from time to time, but generally it's going to be able to handle all of its rinsing and cleaning, and it even has a cartridge of descaling fluid in it, so it does its own descaling. This is a really cool feature that I haven't really seen on many other machines at all, so it's really nice to have on this machine and handles that sort of, well, I got this machine, but now I have to do a bunch of maintenance with it. With this one, it can handle pretty much all of its own maintenance. It's got other nice little features, like it's got the lighting that you might expect from Miele. It has an automatic cup sensing spout, so you'll see when we make a drink, but the spout's actually going to come down, and when it contacts the cup, it's going to stop and brew there, so you won't have any splashing and you don't have to manually change where the spout is all the time. And then another big one is that this has tons of programmability. So you're going to get a bunch of different profiles. So we don't have a bunch of them created here, but you can create up to 10 profiles on this machine. And then you're going to get a drink menu that is just full of different drinks. So you're going to get a ton of different coffee drinks that you can customize and edit to your liking. You're also going to be able to do just milk frothing for, you know, hot chocolate if you want, or just as something to put in a different coffee if you want. And then it's even got tea settings for giving you specific temperatures of tea that you can set, so that if you want to brew like an herbal tea, you can get hot water from it for that tea right there, and it'll be the correct temperature for that type of tea. That attention to detail is really, really cool. We just don't see a lot of that. You also get your double brewing button down here. You can use to make multiple drinks like most Miele machines have. And this has other pretty standard Miele features that you might have come to expect. It's got a nice cup warmer up here that'll keep your cups nice and warm. Generally pretty nice styling. I like the coloring on this machine a lot. The brewing area has a nice sort of textured, I'm not sure if it's metal necessarily, but it's like a very nice premium plastic rather than anything cheaper. And then you've also got this nice glass milk carafe that comes with the machine as well that we'll use for the milk steaming soon. Speaking of drink quality and milk steaming quality, this machine, you know, Miele is a machine that I'm personally a big fan of. Super autos, you kind of have to find the style of espresso and milk steaming that you like. I like the way that Miele's make drinks. This machine is no exception. I think it has really good milk texture, really nice drinks, and the programmability that you get gives you even more ability to tweak kind of than ever before. It also runs pretty quiet. Miele's new line of machines has sound insulating materials in them to keep the volume level of them down, and this machine is no exception to that. So it's got their newer milk frothing and quieter brewing stuff built right in, so it's not going to wake everybody up and you're going to have a really good coffee. So with all that in mind, there's not a ton else to talk about on this machine's feature set because I kind of did a quick rundown of a pretty exhaustive list. So let's go ahead and make a drink and you can see how it looks while it's brewing. Okay, so we went through the features, so let's go ahead and make a drink on this machine. So obviously before you do anything, you have to fill up the water reservoir, which is located back here. It's got a nice side-loading reservoir. You don't have to lift it very much to get access to it, and it's got a great handle on it. Got that in place, and I've got my cup set up, and I'm going to go ahead and hit my latte macchiato button. And I'm gonna go this one. That's where you would select your beans, which hopper you want. The positions kind of correspond to where they are on top of the machine. Again, you can name them if you so choose. We got our milk going. Now we'll get our espresso. Notice how quiet the grinder on this machine is. The first couple times I used it, I actually thought that maybe it was out of beans or something. And just like that, we have our latte macchiato. Let's give it a taste and see how it tastes. Tastes very good to me, and one thing I noticed about this that is a thing that I have heard some complaints about with Miele machines before. It's pretty subjective, but heat complaints that it doesn't get hot enough. The milk in this is quite hot, so I think that this one is going to come closer to your expectations if you want something really hot. This is going to produce those hotter drinks for you. Because this one is definitely hot enough to burn your tongue if you're not if you're not paying attention when you take your first sip. So really nice quality drink, easy to use and operate, really easy to maintain. I mean, it basically maintains itself. There's a lot of reasons why this machine is very, very cool. And I hope that you get a chance to use one for yourself and see if you think it is as neat as I do. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, ask any questions about this machine that you have in the comments below, and get subscribed for more videos. I'm sure we're going to have more Miele stuff coming up soon. Thanks.